Hello guys, today I'll be reviewing an interesting book. Yes, Your First 100 Million by Daniel Peña. Honestly, this is an interesting read. I had fun while suffering through the 13 chapters. Yeah, and he did a great job. He focused basically on his personal story, on his personal experience while building his company, Great Western Development Corporation. So there were so much things he mentioned, and I'm just going to quickly highlight them for you. This book is about how to build your dream, especially in business, how to invest, how to think while investing, how to start out and then finish successfully, how to be a super successful entrepreneur or a super successful sales personnel. So interesting principles. One of the principles he mentioned was the quantum leap advantage. So is the you can mindset. That mindset that is in every human being per se, but then it takes guts, it takes the spirit of excellence, it takes success-minded people to bring out that quantum leap out of them, that you can mindset. So Daniel Peña was straightforward, he was precise, and he shot an arrow at my head basically, and he didn't want to hide anything. So before he even started, he was like, this book is not for the touchy-feely, it's not for the wishy-washy, it's for those who desire to be super successful in life. So one of the things he said was that we should take risk, and in order to take risk, he said we should see risks as making chances, not taking chances. A theory called OPM, other people's money. Because in order for you to be successful, you need other people's money, basically. Not only your money, you need your money and then other people's money. Daniel Peña mentioned that what he used to start a company like GWDC, Great Western Development Corporation rather, he used a leased fax, $820, and I'm sure you know what that is in our currency, $820, and a friend of his borrowed him $70,000 and a phone. Finish. That was the only thing he used. He didn't have a shop, he didn't have anything in mind. This was just what he used. He said in the long run, while he was building the company, he hit over $50 million contract while trying to set up his dream company. He got a contract of $50 million. Another principle that Peña talked about was conventional wisdom. Conventional wisdom. A lot of us, including me, I am guilty of conventional wisdom. And conventional wisdom is the you can't do mindset. It derives pleasure from the fact that there's no need for improvement. For instance, it tells you your business is fine the way it is. Better safe than sorry. You don't have to, there's no need to invest in it though. What if you invest in it and something bad happens? That's what conventional wisdom tells you. It would make you feel you can't achieve that goal. It will make you feel you're just wasting your time, or okay, I think it's similar to fear and doubt. So he strongly emphasized throughout the book, it was like we should debunk conventional wisdom. Also, conventional wisdom makes losers feel so better about themselves. Another thing he mentioned was the whole ideology that people say use common sense. Daniel Peña said there's nothing like common sense, there's nothing like applying common sense, because we all know that we grew up from different backgrounds, our place of origin different, our birth different. So how would you expect people that grew up from different backgrounds to have one same common idea? That's impossible. So there's nothing common about that. There's nothing common about that. The main thing is to apply the theory of no rules at all. There's nothing limiting you. Okay, so another thing the author talked about is 7 steps to super success. One of those steps includes building your personal foundation. How can you build your personal foundation? You can do that by first clearing off conventional wisdom. You know, we talked about conventional wisdom earlier, so clear your mind off everything conventional wisdom, because conventional wisdom, like I said earlier, is the you can't do mindset. So clear your mind off every conventional wisdom. And how do you do this? How do you clear your mind? This is you thinking outside the box, because the more you think within the box, you are limiting your mind. So think outside the box. Thinking outside the box has no limits. So basically, you're not guided by any rules. Rules are limiters. Although that thing he said was that it takes guts to move from the known to the unknown. Third one now is new habits, new companions. He mentioned how he had to join a club in Los Angeles. Not like he knew anybody there. He just had to join that club, just to get free advice from these top executives, because they often meet there. So he emphasized on the fact that you have to change your pattern of behavior, change old habits, and find companions that are in line with your business. If you're into adventure tourism, you're into product management, there are persons who have already made it in life. Look for a way to get in contact with them. Free advice is not costly. It just needs you to move out from your comfort zone. So one of the steps to super success is making important decisions. So ask yourself, will anyone die as a result of my decision? If no is the answer, then go ahead making those decisions. Also listen to warnings from those that have gone ahead of you, that are already doing well in business. Listen to their warning, listen to their pitfalls. The fifth one is keep your eye on the vision. Keep your eye on the vision. Okay, the moment you keep your eye on the vision, you won't see the obstacles because your eyes are on the vision. And the only way you can keep your eye on the vision is when you have written it. You have a clear and a plain vision. So write it down and put your mind there. The moment your eyes are there, you won't even look, you won't even see the obstacles. You focus on the ends and not the means. A high performer is passionate. Yes, super successful people are passionate people. They are passionate about their business and its rapid growth. Although passion varies, but passion has to come from a place of the person's personality. So my passion comes from my personality. These super successful people, they play to win. They don't play to lose. Okay, so when you are passionate, you think about that particular thing you're passionate every day. It's like a woman or it's like a man that you love. You think about it every day, night and day. Another part he talked about is getting comfortable in your business. So this other principle of getting comfortable is the moment you step up to that high success level, you're no longer shocked. It doesn't take you by surprise because before you got there, you had already lived through it. You have already envisaged it in your vision. It's not like a deja vu feeling you get. So you're already getting comfortable to the life of being successful. So you have to start now. Start now. So another thing you talked about is getting a mentor. Yes, build your mentorship relationship. Start building it from now. And who a mentor is now, mentor in business, someone who has been there before. Wherever you are currently in business, somebody has passed through that particular stage. So all it takes is just a call, just a phone call. You introduce yourself and then you fix a meeting date and you guys will discuss. So don't be afraid. Reach out to that mentor today. There are things to look out for in getting your desired mentor. You guys share common interest together. For instance, maybe he or she plays golf, basketball, tennis. That's a common interest because there will be something to talk about. Make sure that that person too, you like the person and the person likes you and the person is successful. When the person is in the same line of business with you, the same field. Another principle we talked about is preparing ourselves, because to be super successful, you need to prepare. Your dress, your outlook. You don't just, for instance, you're supposed to have a meeting with a potential customer or a potential firm that you need to hit this $1 million contract and you're dressed in shorts. So dress well, no matter if it's a 5 minutes meeting. He emphasized on the fact that dressing is important. Wear a suit. If you're a lady, wear a very good dress that portrays your kind of potentials. Another principle he said was plan your dream team. Your dream team, those board of directors, those confident people, the same energy you give out, that's the same energy too you need to put in your company or your business. Find employees with the right attitude to work. Okay, so the whole aim of building your dream team is the fact that no man is an island of himself. Another principle Daniel Peña talked about that got me thinking, guys, is the fact that you have to plan with no escape. A leader who anticipates the failure of a bold step, plans and prepares for it, that bold step will surely fail. Let's use an example of Charles, the one that made the unsinkable ship Titanic. He had no plan B. Like, to the fact that I was seeing this movie a week ago, and he was like, not even God can save the ship. That is, out of 1,500 people you carried and you kept on this ship, you didn't even have enough extra boats for them. Only 20. I was of the opinion that you plan. Yes, you must plan, but let it be that you have two plans. Like, you have the first plan and an alternative plan. And this alternative plan is not, okay, when or if plan A fails. No, it is plan A will work and plan B will work. That's what he said. That's his idea. The two plans, there must be two plans that are working. There must be two plans that you work with as a super successful person. So an instance was given by Lawrence of Arabia. He gave an instance of physical pain, how to experience physical pain. He put his open palm on top of a flame. He kept it there for a very long time. Follow me. He kept it there for a very long time until his palms became so red. So the people that were there were like, why did you do that? Doesn't it hurt? His reply was, the point is not if it hurts. The point is you don't mind that it hurts. That's physical pain, my bros. The high performer. This is the same thing you do with failure. This is how you react to pain, is how you should also react to failure. Another principle he talked about is being able to thrive in conflict at the negotiating table. Whenever conflict arises, a super successful person, how do you handle it? Do you allow it to cover you up? Learn to thrive in conflict. Most business people tend to be afraid because there's no way in which they can raise capital. There's no means of raising capital, so they're being held back by fear. So he was of the opinion that you should go to loaning institutions or banks to give you capital, loans for your business, to start your business or to upgrade your business. In conclusion, the secret of quantum growth as success. Over time, a lot of persons have misused success to be something, I achieved this, I have achieved this. Daniel Peña said that success is really something that can be measured. If you're successful, you have measured it. Success is cash. Ego, cash, because it can be measured. This is his idea. Quantum growth is not, I made more sales than last year. I made more sales than last year. I have restocked my goods. I have products now more than ever. Or, hey, the clients I had before were stubborn clients. Now they are more, they are rich and they always listen. They are free givers. That's not quantum growth. All those things are just indicators. They're just indicators of growth, because that is like an arithmetic calculation of how far you've gone, basically. And he was of the opinion that if you can only quantify or measure your business arithmetically, it is dying. Look for the internal and external growth of that business. That is how to measure quantum growth. The internal growth and the external growth of that business. He also said something that if you are not willing to risk everything now and to give up those things you have now, if you're not able to do it now, and then you have an uncertain future, my brother, my sister, please don't buy a business, because it's whatever you do now that determines the future. So that takes me to my last point. Yes, take action now or never. Taking action now is the top tier. It is the key to being super successful. It is. It's not about those that boast, talk, or spray money here and there. It's about those that do something. So do something now. Do something now. Start now. One thing I got from the book is that anyone can set goals. Anyone. But the reward of those goals gets to those who do something. Another thing is, lastly, give yourself the opportunity to make mistakes, because by so doing, you are learning. Thank you for staying true to the end of this review. Please do well to like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next video. Bye.